Hello, good morning. This is Jason. My channel's name is Jason on Location. Today I'm visiting the old military fort in Fort Pierce, Florida. This is one of the largest Indian mounds for the Ace Indians. The park is located at 901 South Indian River Drive in Fort Pierce, which is St. Lucie County, part of the Treasure Coast. This old fort may also be a location of a mission that the Spanish set up, dating back to 1567. The city was named after Fort Pierce Army Post that was built nearby in 1838 during the Second Seminole War and lasted until 1842. The military post was named after Benjamin Pierce, a career United States Army officer and the brother of President Franklin Pierce. Franklin Pierce was the 14th President of the United States. He served 1853 to 1857. He was born in New Hampshire and is the son of the state governor, Benjamin Pierce. Old Fort Park was significant in the Second Seminole War as a U.S. military post. General Jessup's winter campaign of 1838 was also known as Seminole War or the Florida War. This war was fought between the United States and a group of people collectively known as Seminoles, consisting of Greek and Black Seminoles and other allied tribes. Fort Pierce briefly served as the Army of the South headquarters when General Jessup arrived with his troop and staff on January 14, 1838. Jessup's large mounted force included more than 1,000 troops. A nearby freshwater spring supplied water, and bounty of the river helped feed the fort's occupants. Fort Pierce bustled with activity as troops engaged in an unsuccessful campaign to force Florida's Seminole Indians to relocate west of the Mississippi River. The mound that's also on the old Fort Park. This mound was built by the Ace Indian culture dating back 500 to 1,000 years ago. Once was one of Florida's largest indigenous group, the Ace contained several thousand people who lived in East Central Florida before the first contact with Ponce de Leon and the Spanish explorers in 1513. Well, I just climbed the mound. It's pretty high up, actually. But it took all a minute for me to get up here. Territory ranged from the coast north to Cape Canaveral, or the south all the way to Jupiter. The Ace thrived by hunting, gathering, fishing, and they were largely dependent on the Indian River and the Atlantic Ocean to provide substances. They collected oysters, set up fish traps, and fished with hooks made from deer toe bones. They gathered sea grapes, cocoa plums, sea oats, and palm berries, hunted deer and other small game. The Ace built thatched huts of wood and palm fronds. Their primary means of transportation were dugout canoes made from pine trees. The Ace did not have a written language. Written accounts and drawings of the Ace come from early Spanish explorers and from a journal made from Jonathan Dickinson. The Ace Indians were wiped out by 1740. They had suffered invasions and enslavement by Spanish and other European nations, like all the other Florida tribes. The old fort may also be the location of a mission that the Spanish set up, dating back to 1567. This is probably the very spot where their boats landed. Behind me is the Indian River. It's also known as the River of Ace. The explorers from Spain called it after the Ace Indians that were in the area at the time. They were the largest Native American group in Florida. For some numbers, about 800 years ago, they were about 20,000 people in size. The Ace Indians were first encountered in 1542 by Hernando de Soto and their expedition led by Moscoso that had passed through the area at the time. Prior to contact with Europeans, the Ace population had grown to several hundred thousand. It may have flourished for over 10,000 years. Okay, thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and also have a great day. Thank you.